hey guys, Jake and Chris here.
From Dude Ranch DIY.
Dude Ranch DIY. We're just throwing this in because our first live stream, I think it was 2 weeks ago, was such a big success, great success. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna do another live stream this Friday, upcoming. It is going to be at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're calling it Happy Hour with the Dudes. So if you guys are around, we would be happy to see you on the live stream, answering questions, just chatting, and kind of a little pregame happy hour before the big Back 40 live stream, Friday Night Live. What do you got to say?
I'm going to be there.
All right.
You should too.
You should too. We'll see you guys there. Hello everybody. Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. My name is Jake. If this is your first time watching the channel, welcome. Today we are out here in the woodyard. If you saw the last video, I was trying out these new Yinta Tech pallet forks that they sent me for the Kubota L3901, and we loaded up a couple IBC totes, a couple small IBC totes onto the flatbed of the International truck. I took them for a delivery. It was pretty bad weather, but everything went all right with the delivery. I threw them off, 1, 2, 3, got paid and got home. If you watched the video before that, a couple videos before that, you know that we cut up all of these logs. We dropped all these trees here in the woodyard to prepare for our woodyard expansion that's going to be going on back here in this general area. You can see all the stumps. I've since moved some IBC totes, and this is some brush that I yanked out of there. But this is going to be the whole woodyard expansion area. That's a load of chips I dumped. It needs to spread out still. But we have all of these logs that are all green. They're all living trees, and they're pretty good sized stuff. A lot of stuff that's just gonna fly through the old RuggedMade splitter over here. So I have a bunch of the cutting tools out. A hookaroon, a PV, a timberjack from Logox, the 500i, of course, the Mingo marker. So I'm just gonna start chipping away at this pile, cutting up rounds and stuff. We have some ash rounds left over here. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe a little less than 1/3 of a cord, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I just want to start chipping away at cutting up this wood. It's mostly birch, maple, and white oak, maybe a little bit of hickory in there. So that's what today's video is going to be on. We're just going to be running the 500i, trying out some different equipment. I've never really cut logs off of a pile like this to a great degree, but I'm thinking that it would be to my advantage to kind of start at the ones on the top. That way they're fully supported and I can just cut right through them, and then work my way to the bottom. A lot of these, as you can see, already have orange markings on them from the Mingo marker. So a lot of them are cut, you know, at length, but to 16-inch increments. So that's a good thing. And we're probably just going to be stacking them up here in this pile. I got to get this pile of debris out of the way first, and then we'll get going here. I really don't think there's an easier way to mark up long log lengths than the Mingo marker. It's just so fast and efficient. Now I'm going to try this Logox timberjack for the first time. I've never tried one of these things. I've seen them in use. Oh, by the way, I'm going to cut up this log first and then move this pile. That way I can just come in with the tractor bucket. But this log's kind of in the way. So we're going to get this one out of the way first. Now I think as far as these timberjacks go, it's kind of like a PV. So I think I'm going to go something like this. Is this log like too small or something? No. I don't think so. Maybe you just go like that. Maybe it's like that. Keep it up off the ground. Now, yeah, this pile is definitely in my way. Okay, I mean, the log's up off the ground. It just doesn't seem to want to stay, but guess that's pretty good. All right, let's try this. I mean, the whole log is basically off the ground, which is pretty cool. So let's give this a shot. One other thing, you'll notice I'm wearing eye protection, ear protection, and these are Arborwear chainsaw pants. So built-in leg protection or chainsaw protection instead of wearing chaps. It's built into these pants. Check them out. I'll put a link for these in the description down below. If you do a lot of cutting, well worth the money. This thing worked pretty darn good. I was able to lift the whole log off the ground and didn't have to worry about burying my bar in the millings. Well, at least I didn't have to worry quite as much. So that's cool. So let me get these out of the way, get this debris out of here, and then we can start making sawdust. Okie dokie, now that that's all cleaned up, nicey nice down to the asphalt millings, we're gonna get going here. So like I said, I think I'm gonna start, on the logs that are fully supported up above, like this birch, and work my way down. And my plan, I'm probably not gonna stack all of them because that would take too much time. I'm just gonna start rolling them back and, making my way through the pile here. All right, guys, we are cruising right along here, and I gotta say, this is going, yeah, shouldn't say that. I was about to say this is going really well, but one annoying thing, cutting off the pile, is sometimes you think you make it all the way through and you don't, and then you shut off the saw, and that happens. But no big deal. Okay, so cut up a decent amount of wood so far, and as you can see, I have been stacking it up to get it out of the way, just because I feel like I was like tripping on myself, and it rained all day yesterday and today, and I don't need to get hurt, especially out here by myself. So just gonna take our time, stack them up, and you know, in the long run, it's actually gonna be easier. It's gonna make splitting easier, at least, because all the rounds are gonna be nice and neatly stacked up here. So when Chris or whoever, or myself, feeds them to the splitter, we'll be good. This log ox thing has been working pretty good. My one question is, for those of you who have it, I'm a lefty, but even if you were a righty, how do you find yourself holding this thing and using it? I've been holding it with the handle facing me. That way, when I go to release the log, I have my right hand and this, you know, hook is on the right side, and I could just pull it out, kind of, you know, like that. But on the website, I saw that they were holding it like this, but then that makes it really awkward, you know, to like get it out. I did see you could go like a kind of like little shake motion, almost like that, but with heavier, bigger rounds like this, hickory, white oak and stuff, it's all green. It's a lot of effort with one hand. But what I'm finding is, so it works well like this, but I'm hitting my knuckles on this inside part here. Because when you go to like twist your hand down, your knuckles kind of hit there. I guess if I was wearing gloves, it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but I don't know. Just let me know in the comments if you have one of these log ox. But it's been working great for this size stuff. As you can see, you know, I have the Fiskars hookaroon out here, but I actually preferred using this, which is why I'm using it. So yeah, I've been trying to like switch my arms so I don't blow out a shoulder or something. It's kind of even out the workout, so to speak, which this definitely is a workout. I mean, I am sweating. It says it's 32 degrees. It's probably like 34, 35, but I am sweating. I wish I should have brought some water out with me. That would have been smart, but I didn't. So okay, cool. Let's get back to cutting. Guys, it might not look it on the camera, but it is starting to get dark, and this is what I got cut up today. Looking at the pile, it's probably about, I don't know, it's probably about half, maybe a little less than half. This last log that I did right here, this white oak was pretty big, probably the second biggest in the pile. I think the biggest is that butt log down there. You could see the amount of hinge wood on that one that I left to get it to go where we wanted. That was a big one that we were worried about, hitting into this big oak up here. But anyway, yeah, beyond that one, the 500i should fly through all this stuff. I'm gonna take a little time now, go in a little early, sharpen this puppy up, clean the air filter and everything on it, and get it ready to go. But that is a good bit of wood for, I think we were only out here for about an hour and a half or so. It's 5 o'clock now. I got out here. I usually get home from work like 3:15, get out of here by like 3:30. So that's pretty darn good. So guys, in case you were wondering, these were all the tools I was using here today. I have a Stihl peavey. I have a Fiskars Picaroon or Hookaroon, the Logrite 3-in-1 forestry multi-tool, the good old Mingo marker, and the Stihl 500i. Now that log ox, obviously, as you saw, comes with the timber jack and a Picaroon attachment as well. You can find the links to all of these products down in the description to every video. So if you're interested in purchasing any of those things, go down to the comments, or sorry, not the comment section, the description of the video, and there are links to all those things and more in there. So guys, that's gonna wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed. I'm surprised how, it's amazing how fast you can cut up wood when you have a big, powerful, sharp chainsaw. And the 500i today wasn't even 100% sharp. I actually hadn't sharpened it since I did that side job that you saw, which was this past weekend. But yeah, everything worked out pretty well. Having all these tools definitely makes it as easy as possible, beyond, like having a firewood processor or some sort of, like grapple or something where you can just pinch the log, or like an excavator kind of thing. For those of you that gave me the feedback on our video talking about the runners and the stringers for the short wood, thank you. I know a lot of people just said the easiest thing to do would be to just start cutting up that old seasoned, dry, ready to burn ash. And you guys are not wrong. You're absolutely right. The reason why I am not doing that and cutting up all of this green wood is because it's green, and it's gonna take a lot longer to season than that dry ash will. So I know whenever I split up that ash, it's basically gonna be ready to go as soon as it's split, and if not, within a couple weeks to a month. Whereas this white oak is probably gonna take upwards of a year, maybe even more, to start drying. Same with the hickory. The birch dries out pretty quick. So that's why I'm just trying to get through all of this green stuff as quickly as possible. That way it gets to start seasoning and drying as soon as possible. That way I can sell it as soon as possible and get a little return on my investment of time and equipment and everything else. So hope that answers some questions. What else? I guess that's it. So as always, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Any questions, comments, or feedback, throw it back there, down there in that comment section. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.